Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to uncover one of the absolutely most fascinating, kind of mind-blowing storylines of the 2026 World Cup. We're talking about the hidden superpower of Nigeria's global footprint. It's an incredible story. Truly, it's a massive web of elite talent, global migration, and complex dual nationality that is literally reshaping the landscape of international football right before our eyes. Section 1. A World Cup without Nigeria. The painful paradox. 0. Yep, you heard that right. Despite being an absolute historic powerhouse of African football, there will be exactly 0 players wearing the official, iconic green and white jersey of the Nigerian Super Eagles at the 2026 World Cup. They shockingly failed to qualify. For a nation that, rightly expects to be one of Africa's leading representatives on the global stage, this is a massive, highly visible absence. It's a tough pill to swallow for sure. But wait, here is the ultimate plot twist of the tournament. 16, or, well, according to international sports outlets, somewhere between 15 and 16, that is the number of elite players of Nigerian heritage who are actually competing in this tournament right now. They just happen to be wearing the colors of completely different nations. I mean, no way, right? It's a mind-bending statistic that forces us to look at the entire World Cup through an entirely different lens. Section 2. The Global Football Diaspora, a worldwide tour. Now, what's really interesting about this is the staggering footprint of Nigerian talent across the absolute top-tier footballing nations. It's like a giant puzzle spreading across the map. In England, you've got Bukayo Saka, Eberechi Eze, and Noni Madueke. Saka, rising up from the Arsenal Academy, has really become a true symbol of excellence and a deep, modern root of the English squad. Eze brings this incredible creativity, while Madueke adds that direct, explosive pace. Over in the United States, Folarin Balogun perfectly represents the incredibly complex choices of modern football. He was born in the U.S. to Nigerian parents, raised in England, eligible for all 3, but he ultimately anchored his choice with the U.S. Down in France, Michael Olise is exactly the type of technically gifted creative winger that Nigeria has admired from afar. Over in Germany, Jamal Musiala and Felix Nmecha are proving to be absolutely central to a new, multicultural era of German athleticism. And in Austria, you have the highly respected, decorated leadership of David Alaba, along with the elite academy promise of Nmecha. There's just this massive, undeniable concentration of elite Nigerian DNA distributed across the world's best squads. And honestly, this isn't just a European phenomenon. We're exploring whole other continents now. Switzerland is represented by Manuel Akanji and Noah Okafor. Up in Norway, Antonio Nusa is bringing his incredible pace and flair to the international stage. The trend even stretches into North America, with Canada fielding forwards Tani Oluwaseyi and Promise David. And, highlighting the continental spread right back home in Africa, we see Nmecha appearing on lists of Nigerian descendant players for South Africa. This talent train is a truly global diaspora. It's spreading everywhere. Section 3. Why choose another nation? A root cause analysis. So the crucial point is this. Why has Nigeria struggled so much to retain this immense talent? Why are these elite, world-class players slipping through their fingers and putting on completely different jerseys? It's the million-dollar question. Well, the answers are complex, but we can impartially break them down into 4 major drivers of a player's choice. First off, location of birth and early development. Naturally, players are going to feel a strong affinity for the systems they grew up and developed in. Second, and this is a big one, early proactive contact from the federation. Often, other nations just reach out and show belief first. They get their foot in the door. Third, clearer established pathways to international football. And fourth, the overall stability, planning, and professionalism offered by leading nations. It's absolutely vital to understand this practically. None of these athletes are traders. Actually, scratch that word entirely. They are professionals making the most logical choices for their careers based on the environments that support them the best. To really grasp the whole shebang, we have to understand the concept of modern football identity. It's a layered reality.
where a player can proudly carry their cultural heritage while competing on the pitch for a totally different national team. We really need to look at this with empathy, folks. Choosing to play for England or the US or Germany, it's not a rejection of Nigeria. It's just a reflection of our deeply complex, modern, multicultural world. You can be entirely proud of your Nigerian roots while simultaneously giving your absolute all for the country whose academy raised you.
Section 4, Rebuilding the Super Eagles, Lessons for the Future. And this brilliantly illustrates the dynamic at play for the fans right now. On one side, there's a painful absence. It's a deep, undeniable disappointment that the national team failed to qualify and isn't out there representing Africa. But simultaneously, on the exact same coin, there's a powerful presence. There's this immense pride that Nigerian blood, Nigerian names, and Nigerian football DNA are literally lighting up the highest level of the world stage. It's a profound, really mixed emotional duality for anyone watching the tournament. But emotions aside, actionable steps are needed here. There's a clear winning formula for the Nigeria Football Federation. Step 1, they absolutely must better organize, develop, and engage the talent that already exists. Step 2, implement a proactive, much stronger diaspora strategy. They have got to make contact with these young players way earlier in their careers. Step 3, combine those returning diaspora stars with the incredible homegrown talent to build a genuinely formidable squad. If they can execute these steps, they can effectively stop the talent drain and compete head-to-head with the world's elite football nations once again.
So, what does this all mean? The ultimate thesis for everything we've looked at today is this quote right here. The lesson is clear. Nigeria does not lack talent. Let me say that again to make sure it lands. Nigeria does not lack talent. The sheer abundance of Nigerian footballing ability globally is undeniable. The raw materials to build a world-beating team are out there, literally running up and down pitches across the globe as we speak.
Which leaves us with a final, pretty provocative question to chew on. Can the Nigerian Football Federation adapt their strategy in time to capture the next generation of global stars? The world is watching, the diaspora is only going to keep growing, and the next World Cup cycle will be here before we know it. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your eyes on the pitch, keep questioning what you see, and we'll see you next time.
Please like, share, and subscribe to Master Sense by Faraday, and turn on notifications so you don't miss new and upcoming videos. Drop a comment below and tell us what you'd like to see next.